Welcome back to KIP-TV. Today, we delve into the extensive repercussions of the ongoing Iran-Israel conflict on the United States, considering the complex interplay between economic conditions, national security, and the migrant crisis, while also reflecting on historical events like the 1973-74 oil embargo. But before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. The Strait of Hormuz, located between Oman and Iran, connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea, and is the world's most important oil choke point because of the large volumes of oil that flow through the strait. In 2022, the oil flow averaged 21 million barrels per day, or the equivalent of 21% of the global liquid petroleum consumption. The economic impacts: national debt, currency fluctuations, and strategic petroleum reserves. The U.S. faces significant economic challenges influenced by the conflict, with the national debt reaching a staggering $35 trillion. In response to potential disruptions in the Middle East oil supply, similar to the 1973-74 oil embargo, the Biden administration plans to tap into its Strategic Petroleum Reserves, SPR. This action, though intended to stabilize market prices, would only provide short-term relief and could deplete the already critically low strategic reserves. During the 1973-74 crisis, such measures were necessary to combat soaring oil prices that led to widespread economic disruption, demonstrating the profound impact on fuel prices, transportation costs, and inflation. The rise in precious metals and decline of the U.S. dollar investors often seek safety in precious metals during geopolitical instability, leading to a rise in prices for assets like gold and silver. This uptick contrasts with the decline of the U.S. dollar, which tends to depreciate during global crises due to its role as the world's primary reserve currency. These shifts further stress the economy, potentially exacerbating inflation, which mirrors the inflationary spirals witnessed during the oil embargo era. Food prices and inflation. The indirect effects of the conflict and strategic use of SPR echo through to domestic food prices. As seen in the 1970s, an increase in oil prices leads to higher transportation and agricultural production costs. This situation results in inflationary pressure that significantly impacts consumers, particularly low-income families, reminiscent of the stagflation period in the aftermath of the oil embargo. National security, sleeper cells, and cyber threats. With heightened conflict, the risk of cyber attacks on critical U.S. infrastructure increases. Furthermore, national security agencies like the FBI have issued warnings about potential sleeper cells that could be activated in response to geopolitical tensions. This dual threat of cyber and physical attacks necessitates increased enhancements in cybersecurity measures and infrastructure resilience to protect against both domestic and foreign threats. Our civil liberties and government response. The potential escalation of threats, including the activation of sleeper cells, could lead to severe national response measures, such as the invocation of martial law or states of emergency. These measures aim to ensure public safety but could temporarily suspend civil liberties, impacting democratic processes and potentially leading to significant public discontent. Such a scenario would be reminiscent of major crises like oil embargoes, which historically have pushed governments to adopt extraordinary security measures. The migrant crisis. Additionally, the U.S. grapples with an escalating migrant crisis at its borders. Global conflicts and economic hardships exacerbated by such geopolitical tensions drive increased migration flows. This situation pressures the already strained immigration systems and border security, creating a multifaceted challenge that intertwines with national security and humanitarian concerns. The 2024 presidential election. Looking ahead to the 2024 presidential election, the Iran-Israel conflict and its implications will undoubtedly influence the political debate. Candidates will need to navigate these complex issues, addressing the national debt, critical infrastructure protection, and the economic impacts of market fluctuations, while also considering the broader context of historical economic disruptions like those caused by oil embargoes. To summarize, the Iran-Israel conflict presents multifaceted challenges to the United States, spanning economic, security, and social spheres. The U.S. response to these challenges will shape not only its domestic policies, but also its standing on the global stage. If you found this video informative, please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned to KIP-TV for ongoing updates and in-depth analysis of these critical developments. And as always, thanks for watching.